Herman Noronha. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, Herman Noronha.
I was performing a nose transplant. My 10-year-old daughter, Sarah, was assisting with fresh snow and a carrot on our patient, the snowman. Then I heard it again. "It's time for dinner," Sarah answered. "A few more minutes, Mom." I hoped Mom would agree because I love spending time with my nurse. My daughter, Sarah. I had a daily ritual. No matter how busy my workday was, I would come home and give Sarah my undivided attention, at least for 10 minutes. That would leave Sarah with a joyful heart, me a grateful heart, and my wife, after calling so many times, a tired heart. Mr. Contest Master and fellow Toastmasters, do you have a desire for your heart to feel more joyful, more grateful, more often? Sarah's schoolmate, Alejandro, had recently migrated from Guatemala. From day one, he was bullied. Some kids made fun of his short height, his long name, and his bad accent. I personally know how hurtful that feels. For those of us new to a country, we do not have a bad accent. We have a different accent. Some say it's unique, and many say it is sexy. It was a Friday in December. After snowing all morning, the sun was just coming out. The dazzling golden sun rays were reflecting on the silvery white snow. Walking home from school, Alejandro was excited to see his first ever snowball fight. He made a big snowball and threw it at his friend. Yeah! But the snowball missed his friend and hit Rocky, the boy behind him, who happened to be the number one bully in the school. Rocky came charging at Alejandro, slapped his face, hit his nose, punched his stomach, and not giving Alejandro an opportunity to apologize, Rocky knocked him down with a powerful blow to his head. Boom! Imagine the excruciating pain as Alejandro collapsed on the ground and stayed there for a long time until an ambulance rushed him to the hospital. On Christmas Eve, I received a phone call from my music buddy, David. "Herman, one of my students is in the hospital. Can you go and play your violin for him tomorrow?" "Tomorrow? On Christmas Day? No, David, that's my family time." "Herman, this kid is all alone. Please, for just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes? I thought about my daughter, Sarah. What if she were to be in the hospital, alone? I would hope one good soul would go and visit her, at least for 10 minutes. Hospital is not a happy place to be, especially on a Christmas day. Instead of cookies and cakes, you smell medicine and bleach. I entered the hospital. I saw room number 315 and a small little boy, all curled up, with tubes and wires attached to every part of his body. That was Alejandro. He was in a coma. I started to play. I played songs of love, peace, and joy. Then I played Suddenly, there was commotion in the room. The lights were flashing, the monitors were beeping, and the doctors and nurses came barging in, and I stopped. A nurse screamed at me. She said, no, don't stop, keep playing. I looked over. Something incredible had happened. Alejandro had opened his eyes. I seldom cry, but driving home that day, I could not hold back my tears. What had just happened? Was it my music that stirred Alejandro's soul? I was not sure. But whatever happened that day was miraculous, and the miracle belonged to Alejandro. I was blessed to be a part of that beautiful miracle. Wow. Recently, I checked on Alejandro's progress. He was on his path to full recovery. If you were there with me, you would have seen the twinkle in his eyes, the smile on his face, and gratitude radiating from his heart. What a massive reward for just 10 minutes of my life. Just 10 minutes. Miracles are for real, as long as we are willing to give little of our time, talent, and energy. Often, we spend lots of time, many hours, to check Facebook, scroll Twitter, take Snapchats, but not a minute to help others. Next time when someone says, I need some help, can you spare a minute? I hope you'll say, no, but I'll gladly give you 10. There may be a miracle waiting to happen for someone else and you. That will fill your heart and every fiber of your body with joy and gratitude. Friends, life is all about choices we make, opportunities we take, and grateful hearts that we create. For Alejandro, the miracle began when David asked me, Herman, do you have just 10 minutes to spare? Just like David asked me then, I ask you now, do you have just 10 minutes to spare? And do you have a desire to be a part of someone else's miracle? Do you? Mr. Contestant Master.